Good morning to one and all. In the previous class, discussed about different kinds of classifications of the soils. Once again, I will remember these are the different classifications of the soils according to their particle sizes. First of all, we are having this gravel. Gravel. After that, we are having this sand and silt and clay. In the gravel also we are having two classifications: coarse gravel, fine gravel. Next we are having the sand. In the sand we are having three classifications: coarse, medium and fine. Next two silty soils and clay soils, two are different in nature according to their particle class, that means particle size, and their liquid limits and plastic limits. In the gravel itself there will be some less quantity of liquid limit. Why? Because particle size is very high. Automatically the water will be not stored in the gravel. Sand also we are having some quantity of bulking due to this water amount. Next to silty and clay soils, there may be huge amount of water storage capacity. Why? Because their particle size is very fine. Automatically all the water will be stored in the body. There may be no chance of moving. Automatically total water will be stored in these silty soils and clay soils. But in case of sandy soils, there may be some percentage of voids, and clay gravel also there may be percentage of voids, so that they too having some quantity of less liquid limits. But in case of silt and clay, they are having huge amount of liquid limit and plastic limits. These are the different systems used for the calculation of soils. That means what is the soil classification depending upon. In our Indian purpose, we are using this Casagrande soil classification, and HRB, Highway Research Board, and compaction classifications. These three are the major things we are used for the calculation of kinds of soils. Next thing we need to discuss this in very large. Why? Because this is the total classification of the soils, in particularly sand. That means normally there may be four classifications. First one is the gravel, second one is the sand, third one is the silt, fourth one is the clay. But we need to go more quantity of these sandy soils. Why? Because in our India we are having most quantity of these sandy soils. Why? Because on the left hand side and the right hand side, both three sides of our Indian system, Indian geography, we are having these oceans, so that there may be some quantity compared to huge amount of these sandy soils are associated. Why? Because we are having three sides, three oceans, so that percentage of these sandy soils is so much high compared to other soils. Why? Because remaining we are having foot hills, I mean పర్వతాలు మనకి ఎక్కువగా ఉన్నాయి, so that somewhat gravel, and after that we are having major quantity of these silty soils and sandy soils. We need to focus more on this silty and sandy soils. First, in these sandy soils we are having different classifications. The first major classification we are having is clay. Means clay normally we will call it as a బంకమట్టి అంటూ ఉంటాం. That means there may be huge amount of bond is in the clay matter. That's why huge amount of మనకి విగ్రహాలు అవి ఎక్కువగా ఈ క్లేతోనే చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఎందువల్ల అంటే దీనికి ఒక బైండింగ్ ప్రాపర్టీ విల్ బి మోర్ కంపేర్ టు ఆల్ అదర్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఇన్ ద ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సో దట్ clay normally used for manufacturing purpose. After that huge amount is on silt loam and sandy loam. After the clay we are having the silty loams and sandy loam. Loam means మనకి some quantity of peat or rubbing materials is associated with the matter, so that it will call it as a loam. In this loam also we are having different classifications: clay loam, sandy clay loam, silty clay loam, silt loam and sandy loam. It means Sand is associated with the loam, and sand associated with clay and loam, and clay loam, silt associated with this clay and loam content. Likely we are having different classifications. First of all, major content is these clay soils and loam soils and sandy soils. After that, this classification, that means probability, one with another, one with another, and one with another. Silt is associated with this clay, silt associated with sand, silt associated with this loam. So that we are having 3 into 3, totally 3 plus 3, totally 12 kinds of classifications. That means 3 with 3 with 3, and some kind of probabilities also, one with another, one with another. On the 3 edges we are having a clay and a sand, and another edge we are having silt. Okay, this yellow color, light cream color is associated with this clay soils. After that, on the another hand we are having this is sand, on another hand we are having silt. So that in the middle portion we are having loam, those 3 with loam, and one with another combinations. On the hands of the triangle we are having this percentage matter, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, up to 100. In the bottom also, sand also we are having classifications, so 0 to 100. On the other hand we are having clay. So that there may be totally 3 kinds of matters, one with another, one with another association is there. First of all, sand on the bottom of the particular triangle, on the another side we are having silt percentage, another side we are having clay percentage. So that those 3 are binding one with another, one with another. Likely different kinds of classifications are there. Normally how we have to find these classifications means, in rainy seasons we are getting huge quantity of floods. So that according to those floods, normally water will transport some quantity of top layer material into another lands, and they will deposit there. Automatically, due to those deposital conditions, different kinds of lands will be formed due to this water transportation. In our eastern part of our India we are having these Himalayas, and a huge quantity of these glaciers. Due to those melting of those glaciers, normally different rivers are formed. So that according to those formation of the rivers, after that river will not keep constant at a particular place, it will flow from higher altitude to lower altitude. Automatically the water will transport from higher position to lower position. Finally it will comes with the seas and oceans. Likely the process is continuous from one place to another place, after one place to another place. In our Indian topographical systems, the major quantity of water we will get from these rainy systems. So that in that particular classification of rainy system, the total rain falls in different areas with huge quantity, in different areas with very less quantity. After that we are having some drought areas. So that water will flows from high rainfall areas to low rainfall areas and drafty areas. So that due to these flow patterns we are having different classifications of the soils. Automatically, normally we are having this clay matter means, due to this erosion, transportation, and this sun's atmospheric rays, the total particle will be converting into small into, after that it will converting into finer matter due to this transportation, evaporation, and all these sedimentation processes. Normally the rock is the major constituent formed after the vulcanization of a particular hill. After that there may be some quantity of this sedimentation. That means sedimentation means the total huge amount of rock. I will show. It is a total rock. Due to these different activities, the total rock will be divided into number of particles, okay, into different shapes and sizes. Due to those formation of the sizes, we are having different textures. Normally whenever we are picking some quantity of sand, in that particular sand we are having different particles with different shapes and structures. Why? Because due to these kind of forces acting on a particular particle, there may be some huge amount of distribution of the forces. Whenever మనకి వాటర్ మొత్తం పాటు ఈ యొక్క శాండ్ అనేది ఫ్లో అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. నార్మల్లీ శాండ్ విల్ బి అక్కరింగ్ ఆన్ రివర్ బెడ్స్. వై? బికాస్ ద వాటర్ విల్ క్యారీ అలాంగ్ ద విత్ దేర్ నేచర్. Automatically it will transferring it to the river bed, so that we will obtain the sand on the river beds. But in case of oceans, we are getting huge amount of sand, that will be no use. Why? Because the particle size is very very fine compared to this river sand. We are having a small doubt normally. So sir, we are constructing a huge amount of that means we are using huge quantity of river sand, but we are not using this sea sand and these desert sands. Why? Because in the desert areas there may be huge quantity of wind flow, so that due to those wind flow patterns there may be the particles will be converting into very finer nature, so that due to those finer nature there will be no uses for construction purpose. Similarly, in oceanic regions also we are having the tides are coming and going. Simply the force may be applied on the particular silty, that means sandy strata, so that the particles will be converting into very fine, and some quantities of alkalis also present in the sand nature, so that is not suitable for the construction purpose. Only river sand is useful for our construction purpose. You have to get that quantity of knowledge whenever there may be questions on those. Likely this clay, sandy loam and silt, all those are different formations according to nature. That means nature means with the help of sun's rays. Next one, wind. Next one, water and temperature and other different creatures. Due to those, these different soils will be formed. After that, unified soil classification. Unified means in the previous slide we have observed here unified soil classification. That means BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard Classification System. In this unified classification system, what we are having is it was developed by Casagrande. Means previously Casagrande term we will observe in the particular equipment, Casagrande's equipment for the calculation of these liquid limits and plastic limits. So that this scientist Casagrande was developed this unified soil classification in the year of 1942. You have to remember, before independence, or independence are got in 1947, so that before independence 1942 the person Casagrande has invented this equipment, and he has given a unified soil classification pattern, so that modified to suit the requirement of other constructions. That means other constructions mean we are having a different quantities of constructions, road constructions and normally building purpose. That means residential constructions and commercial constructions and bridge constructions. Likely in the construction itself we are having a huge quantities of variations, so that we are having modified suit for the requirement of other constructions. Whenever we are choosing a particular building, so that we have to mind what is the particular building, what is the usage level, what is its lifespan, what quantity of load it have to bear. All those things we need to observe. After that only we need to classify the soil. Next one, according to USCS, that means United States construction system, there may be two quantities of soil classification. First one is the coarse grained soil. That means coarse means the particle size is very high. Next one is the fine grained soils. Okay, coarse means very hard. That means very hard means the texture is very high. Next thing we are having is fine grained soils, means the size of the particles is very less. So that for coarse grained soils we are having a grain size distribution more than 50% retained on 75% microns. Normally micron means 10 power minus 6 centimeters. No, not centimeter, 10 power minus 6 meters. We will call it as a micron. Normally these microns are used for the calculation of this plastic cover thickness, 40 mm, 40 microns and 50 microns thickness. So that these microns are also useful for this here, for the purpose of particle size. Here we are having totally two kinds of classification, coarse grained and fine grained. In the coarse grained we are having particle size is more than 50% retained on 75 micron sieve. After that, in the fine grained soil we are having more than 50% passes through 75 micron. That means the unique sieve here they was using is 75 micron. The particles will retain means on the top layer of the particular 75 micron, those will be called it as a coarse grained soils. That means those passes through 75 microns we will call it as a fine grained soils. You need to observe this particular 2 points. Those 2 points are deferred using a unique sieve. That sieve size is 75 microns. Those will retain on 75 micron, those will call it as a coarse grained particles. Those will transferred through these 75 microns, those are called it as a fine grained particles. Okay, next thing is USC system. In this particular USC system we are having a classification of soils. These points are useful in concrete technology, these points are useful in geotechnical engineering. Okay, first of all, this USC classification means unified soil classification. Though soil is related to geotechnical engineering, so that this classification of soils. Next one, here we are having USC system, it is related to concrete technology. In this particular concrete technology we are having two kinds of materials majorly we are using. First of all, cement, and next one binding materials. Cement is called as a binding materials. Next one we are calling as a filling materials. Those filling materials are coarse grain particles and fine grain particles. So that more than the particles which will retain on 4.75, those will called as a coarse grain particles. Those passing through 4.75 we will call it as a fine grain soils. So that here there are classification gravel and sand. Gravel is a matter which will retain more than 50% on 4.75 mm sieve. Next one we are having sand. Sand is a particular matter which will passes through this 4.75 mm sieve. Previous in the classification of soil we are having 75 micron sieve. Here we are having 4.75 mm sieve. Those two things are differed with their sizes. Here we are using mms, that means millimeters, they are using microns. Next one we are having different classifications in the coarse grains. Coarse grain contains less than 5% fines well graded, that means GW and SW, well grained. After that we are having poorly grained, that means grains poor, soils poor. Next one, for more than 12% fines we are called as a grained GM, GC and SC, SM, etc. So that it is the classification according to the particle sizes. That means if we take 100 grams of particular matter, in those particular 100 grams there may be no chance of that means there may be no chance for 5% more than these grain particles. దట్ మీన్స్ మనం ఎప్పుడైనా 100 grams ఆఫ్ మ్యాటర్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ 100 గ్రామ్స్లో కూడా ఈ యొక్క ఫైన్ గ్రెయిన్స్ అనేవి 5% కంటే ఎక్కువగా ఉండకూడదు. నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్, ఇన్ ద పర్టికులర్ ఫైన్ గ్రెయిన్స్ ఆల్సో దేర్ మే బి లిక్విడ్ లిమిట్ ఈజ్ 50% ఆర్ లెస్, ML and CL etc. That means multi level and coarse level, medium level and coarse level. Next one, MH, CH etc. liquid limit is more than 50%. Soils with high compressibility, highly organic soils are termed as peat. That means peat means organic, means organic. You are studied in our chemistry. Organic means those matter which will contains only this carbon and hydrogen, so that those are useful for the production of, that means production of these trees and other vegetation matter. So that whenever there may be some continent some composition of this organic or peat materials, automatically there may be chance of forming of these voids. So that we need to avoid those kind of organic matters whenever we go for constructions. Next, for uses, USCS, uses. In this particular USCS, Unified Soil Classification System. from ASTM. The abbreviation for ASTM is American Standards for Testing of Materials. Okay, ASTM means American Standards for Testing of Materials. In this particular American standard for testing of materials is associated with this unified soil classification. In this particular unified soil classification, we are having a major two contents. First one is coarse grained soils. Second one is the fine grained soils. Okay. In this particular coarse grained soils, also some sub classifications. What is the first one is means gravels, 50% more coarse fraction. Those will called as a gravels. Next one 50% or more coarse fractions passes through 4.75. Those are called as sand. That means in the coarse grained soils also two classification. First one is the gravel and second one is the sand. After that, the gravels also we are having two kinds of classifications: clean gravels and gravels with fines. Sands also having two classification: clean sands with fines. Okay, after that we are having four. GW means well graded gravels. GP means poor graded classifications. Next one GM, well graded silty soils. That means silty gravels. And GC means clayey gravels. That means gravel with some quantity of clay content. GM means gravels with some quantity of this matter. Okay, after that sands also we are having SW and SC. That means well graded sandy soils. Next SP means poor graded sandy soils. First one SC is associated with sand. After that W means well, P means poor, and GM also medium and coarse. Okay, you have to observe. GW means well graded granny soils, gravel soils. GP means poor graded gravel soils. In the second classification we are having these fine grained soils. Fine grained soils also we are having two classifications. First one is the silts with some quantity of clay content. Second one, silts with some another quantity. That means more than 50. Top classification, more than liquid limit greater than 50%. It's second one classification. So that in those also we are having another three classifications in the first one and four classifications in the second one. First thing we are having is ML. That means inorganic soils with very fine soils, rocky, four silty clay soils. Second one is the CL. That means inorganic clays of low medium plasticity. Next one OL. That means organic matters. There may be some quantity of organic content. In the first one there may be no organic content, but in the third one there may be organic silty soils. Third one we are having totally three classification: MH, CH and OH. That means inorganic soils with a huge amount of water content. Organic soils are clay soils with high plasticity for clays. Organic clays with medium to plasticity. So that you need to remember these names. GW, first one we are having GW means well graded gravels. GP means poor graded gravels. Next one GM, well graded soils. GC means poor graded gravels with fine contents. Next one sands we are having. SW means well graded sandy soils. SP means poor graded sandy soils. Next one we are having sand with fines. SM, medium graded sandy soils. Next one clayey sandy soils. Those four terminologies we have to observe. Also some quantity of classification, some quantity of confusion is there. Why? Because all those are having some G and PW, so that you need to remember in a different manner. First of all, things totally we are having gravel classification, so that the first term is associated with gravel. That means G. In the first floors, four terms we are having gravel. So that we have to remember first G means it is a gravel matter. After that we are having W means well graded gravel. Next one thing we are having is P, that means poor graded soil. Okay, poor graded gravel. After that we are having M, that means medium graded gravel soils. After that, that is GC means clayey gravels. Okay, second classification is completely related to sandy soils. So that first one SW, that means well graded sandy soils. SP means poor graded sandy soils. After that we are having SM, okay, and SC. SM means medium graded sandy soils. SC means clayey sandy soils, that means sandy soils with content of clay content. Next thing we are having this sand, that means fine grained soils, having three classifications: ML, CL and OL. ML means we are having a medium, cheap and organic. Likely we have to think. Totally there is a sandy soils with some content of clay and silts. So that ML means inorganic content is there. CL means inorganic with medium plasticity, and after that O having is organic silts. So that O, whenever we are having O means that is completely containing organic matter. C means some quantity of inorganic and high plasticity. M means inorganic with miscellaneous distominous sands. Okay, MCO. L means here we are having liquid limit percentage is more than 50%. In second case, less than 50% in the top case. So that the liquid limit is less than means, so that we have to use this L symbol. In the second case, liquid limit is high than 50%, so that they are using H term, MCO. H means high content of water, more than 50, so that they are using H term. Here they are using 50% means less than 50%, so that they are using L term, medium, C and organic. Completely highly organic soil, those we will term it as a peat matter. Normally peat means organic waste. That means normally in our household purpose daily we are having some quantity of usage, that means waste materials. Organic waste means likely our food waste and drainage waste. All those are comes under this organic waste. Peat, muck and other highly organic soils. After that we are having this Bureau of Indian Standard, that means BIS hallmark. Normally in gold merchants, normally this they use this term BIS hallmark. So that BIS means Bureau of Indian Standards. This BIS is completely related to, in this particular subject, soil classification. So that BIS is different for different matters. Here completely we are using soil, so that soil also there may be some different matters. Metals also having some quantities of BIS. That means metals means iron, steel and alloys also we are having. So that different materials having different BIS standards. In this particular transportation engineering, we have to learn about the soils and other related soil matters. Why? Because the total roads we need to construct on soil strata. First of all, similar to USCS, that means United States classifications, difference is with respect to fine grained soils. Only the total classification is related to United States classifications, and somewhat is less compared to this grained soils. That means only in particular grainy matter we are having some disadvantage, that some quantity of changes. Subdivision is entirely into three categories: low, medium and high compressibility. Total 18 types of soils are there. Symbols used as same as USCS. That means in the previous case we are using 4, 8 plus 3. 15 classifications. GW means well graded sandy soils. GP means poor graded sandy soils. After that, medium graded sandy soils and clay graded soil. Okay, likely. The top case we are having gravel means well graded gravels, poorly graded gravels, medium graded gravels, and clay graded gravels. Those are also samely related to this clay and silt, fine grain, medium sand, coarse grain, and gravel. Here you have to observe one thing. What is that means? Particle size. The clay particles which will be less than 2 microns, we will call it as a clay. And silt means below 75%. That means 75 microns. We will call it as a silt. You need to note down this in a separate rough pad, and you have to remember below 2 microns. We will call it as a clayey matter. That means particle size is very very poor for clay. For silt it is 75 microns. And next one we are having fine grained and medium grained and coarse grained soil. Normally for gravel and sand the classification is done with 4.75 mm sieve. Okay, more than 4.75 we will call it as a gravel, below 4.75 we will call it as a sand. Sand also we are having three classifications: fine, medium, and coarse. Coarse sand is lies between 2 mm to 4.75 mm. Medium sand lies between 425 microns to 200 mic. That means 2 mm. After that we are having fine sand. It means 75 microns to 425 microns. You have to remember these things. Why? Because these kind of classifications are regularly asking in exams. It means assistant engineering exams or engineering assistant or. Next thing we are having is Indian soil classification. How the Indian soils are classified, according to which base, what is the particle sizes levels. The totally first thing we are having is coarse grained soils. Okay, those coarse grained soils are we are having two classifications. Gravels more than as per ASC norms, ASCS, American Standards of Materials. Samely likely we are having gravel and sand. After that, the gravel we are having two classifications: clean gravels, gravels with that means fines. After that, GW, GP, that means gravel with well grading, gravel with poorly grading. GM and GC, that means gravel with medium grading, gravel with clay contents. Next thing we are having is sandy soils, well graded sandy soils, poor graded sandy soils, and medium graded sandy soils, and clay sandy soils. Okay, you have to remember G means gravel, S means sand. Okay, W means well graded, P means poorly graded, M means medium graded, C means with some quantity of clay content. Okay, once again I will remember, I will repeat. First one is a G means gravel, S means sandy. Those two are the classification of the soils. First one is gravel soil, sandy soil. So that G means gravel, S means sandy. Next one we are having W, P, M, C. In the two conditions we are having W means well graded gravels. P means poorly graded gravels. Next one M means medium graded. That means simply we are called as silty gravels. After that, gravel with some quantity of clay content. Those two are similarly same. W, P, M, C in two cases. These things are not required in this particular transportation engineering. Whenever you are having this geotechnical engineering, you have to apply more quantity of knowledge on geotechnical and this terminology. Next one, same in the previously we discussed medium, coarse and organic. Medium, coarse and organic matter. High compressibility organic and PT matters. First thing we are having is Ml, Cl and OL. What is Ml means? Inorganic silts with low plasticity. Second thing we are having is Cl, inorganic clays with inorganic inorganic clays with low plasticity. Third one we are having is OL. O means normally organic matter, organic silts with low plasticity. So that we have to remember ML, that means low plasticity, low plasticity, low plasticity. First one we are having inorganic silts, that means medium. Second one we are having inorganic clays. Okay, that means C they are having. Third one we are having OL, that means organic silts. These three terms we have to remember. L means here there is low plasticity is common in those three terms ML, Cl and OL. So that low plasticity is common, so that they are simply representing LLL. In the first one is medium inorganic soils. After that inorganic clays, only organic clays. In the second classification also we are having same M, I, Ci and Oi. Those three are related with top one we are having plasticity. Here we are having same plasticity, but it is related to immediate, that means intermediate compressibility, so that those are having some high value. And the same liquid limit is more than 50% and less than 35% and 50%. Okay, you have to observe these two classifications. And last thing we are having is high compressibility, so that they are using simply I. First one low compressibility, immediate compressibility and high compressibility. So L is low compressibility, I is immediate compressibility and H is the high compressibility. MCH. First one is inorganic with low plasticity, inorganic clays with low plasticity, organic with low plasticity. Second term also having MCI, means inorganic, inorganic, organic. Low plasticity is constant for all these three terms. M means MCO is also same classification for all those things. We have to remember first one is L means low compressibility, I means intermediate compressibility, H means high compressibility. After that those three terms are same for three classifications: organic, inorganic, inorganic. So that we need to remember only low compressibility, intermediate compressibility and high compressibility by using those three terms ML. Okay, MI and MH. Medium, after that we are having some remark. We need to observe those remark. First of all, only 2 points are there in remarks. Organic and inorganic plotted in the same zone in plasticity chart are distinguished by odor and color or liquid limit test after oven drying. A reduction in the liquid limit after oven drying to be value less than the 3/4 of the liquid limit before oven drying is positive identification of organic soils. Normally in the previously I discussed, organic means the soil which contain carbon and hydrogen. That means those soils which are having organic means నార్మల్గా మనం కొన్ని ల్యాండ్స్లో మన యొక్క వెజిటేబుల్ కానివ్వండి, లేకపోతే మన డైలీ హౌస్ హోల్డ్ వేస్ట్ మొత్తం కూడా ఆ ల్యాండ్స్లో మనం ఫిల్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. అలా ఫిల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఒక వెజిటేబుల్ మ్యాటర్ మొత్తం కూడా వెజిటేటివ్ మ్యాటర్ యొక్క ఆర్గానిక్ ఫామ్లో కన్వర్ట్ అయిపోయి ల్యాండ్స్లోనే మనకి ఉండిపోతుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ ద రెయిన్ఫాల్ దోస్ టోటల్ ఆర్గానిక్ మ్యాటర్ విల్ బి కన్వర్టింగ్ ఇన్ టు గ్రీనరీ. ఓకే, ఇన్ నార్మల్లీ ఇన్ summer seasons the total lands will be turning into black color. Why? Because due to huge amount of this heat and other climatic conditions, there may be no vegetation matter on the lands. After a small quantity of rainfall, the total matter will be converting into green layer. Why? Because the vegetative matter is converting into organic matter in a particular summer season. After that rainy season, those organic matter will be converted into vegetative matter. This is the that means a chain phenomenon. That means it's chain reaction. One is converting into another, another is converting into other. Likely whenever we take a particular quantity of sample, we need to observe in a laboratory. That means we have to take some quantities of tests on the materials. First of all, they give a reduction of liquid limiter after oven drying. Oven drying means normally these small quantities of micro ovens we will use in the geotechnical laboratory. In this particular micro oven, we have to use some temperature for this evaporation purpose of the water content in the soil, so that we have to wait for 3 hours, sometimes 24 hours span. We need to give some quantity of temperature. After that, the total water will be removed from the soil. After that, there may be some quantity of loss of weight in the soil. We need to check what is the initial weight of the soil with water content, what is the final weight of the soil without water content, what is the difference between the weights. Those things will give directly what is the liquid limit of the water. So that initial liquid limit minus final liquid limit by final liquid limit into 100, that is the formula that will give percentage of water content. In the first term, they are simply mentioned odor and color. What is odor means whenever we are simply moving from a certain such kind of fields, automatically some odor will be comes. Why? Because the total matter will be degrading. The total organic matter will be degrading into this carbon and hydrogen and some quantities of methane gas. That means CH4. In the CH4 also we are having some quantity of carbon and hydrogen. Organic matter also we are having carbon and hydrogen, so that the total matter in that particular matter we are having this carbon, hydrogen and oxygen content also. It means carbohydrates, normally we are call it as this carbohydrates. We are having some quantity of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. After the decay of those matters, all those matters will be converting into a solid manure and some quantity of methane gas, so that some foul smell and odor will be comes through those matters whenever their lifespan is over. In the normally in refrigerators we will observe some quantity of vegetables having some 1 week or 2 weeks lifespan. After that, simply they will decay and give a bad odor due to this lifespan. According to those, we have to observe different kinds of lands with organic content. That means simply we need to wait after our odor will take off. After that, we have to give that sample and we need to oven dry. After that, we will calculate liquid limit of the particular sample. Next one, black cotton soils in our India lie along with a band partly above a line, partly below a line. That means in black cotton soils we will observe these cracks in summer season. But in case of rainy season, the total water will be the total land will be having huge quantity of swelling due to this entrainment of water. Likely these different phenomena we are having according to these lands. The total lands having were two major classification. First one is a gravel. After that, we are having sand. In those gravel also we are having different classifications: well graded gravel, poor graded gravel. After that, gravels with medium and clay content. Sands also: well graded gravel, poor graded gravel, sands with medium content, and sand with poor content. But in case of low compressibility and intermediate compressibility, medium and low, and after that organic content: low, medium, and high. In these three we are having low, medium, and high. First one is ML, means low content of that particular matter. Next one is high, intermediate content of that particular matter, with next one high content of that particular matter, with three different MCH.